So Sicilian defense by black. Yeah, so this can transpose. I sometimes take on c6 and play e5. Sometimes I play knight d b5 like I did here. He's going to give up his bishop just to get close to equality in the center. Um, Typically you play bishop d3, castles, and then d4. Okay, so that's a little bit slightly unusual. So you'll always the pin, which I didn't think was a good idea, but maybe it's okay. So he doesn't mind messing up his king side position for some reason. Guess he's gonna play knight g6. Okay, well, I'll come over to the obvious move. Now his knight's frozen. I think I'll just play Luft. And I want to get back to playing in the center, just rook a d1. Okay, so he's trying to be aggressive, which I don't mind. I can, the knight can always come around to the king side, ve2, g3 to f5. I also have knight a4 to c5 as an option, because if I take twice on e6, g6 will hang. So that's not a bad idea, because it's a slower route the other way. So I'm going to take this opportunity that it gave me to get a threat with tempo. So this move I don't follow unless he's just trying to trade queens, but he can't play queen h4 because of bishop g6 winning a piece. So I guess he could play b6. He's just going to lose on his g6. So he understands that the g6 is loose. My rook on a1 is loose as well, so I got to be careful. So I'm going to take the pawn back first, and then I'll just go back and renew those threats, because I don't see what active plan black can come up with. My only weakness that he could potentially exploit is the a3 pawn. So if I move the rook to rook ad1, he could play queen c3 or queen b2. All right, so he's wanting to trade rooks, so I'm just going to come back to the square, attack the bishop. I assume he's going to trade rooks, otherwise I'm not quite following his strategy. Yeah, so bishop c6. I guess the idea is rook ad1, queen c3, or take on e1 once and then queen c. Okay, so I'm running low on time again. Never good. I can force the play though. Yeah, so I'm just going to force the play. So either he's going to play queen c3 or take on e1 and then play queen c1, queen c3. And I think queen c3 out of our way is better, because otherwise I'll get rook e3. Yeah, so he played the better move. Yeah, it's basically forcing me to trade once. And now I can defend the pawn. I guess I could play queen f3, threatening on f6. If he plays queen a3, I have bishop g6, queen f3, bishop h7, gaining that pawn. So he has to think that through. My time's really low, so I'm going to have to stop gabbing so much and play a little faster. Yeah, I think I do have to play bishop g6 on queen a3. All right, well, I'm going to play it anyway, so he has to trade back. Oh, he dropped his queen. So I was going to be a pawn up, and instead he didn't realize the queen was exposed. So now it's just a lost position.